Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Colin McCrazy. Welcome back to CMC's Inbox. This is where I answer your questions that you send in my inbox. If you want to send your own, I have a link in the description down below. It's a Google form. It's really easy to fill out. You can choose your own gameplay, and for today's gameplay, I chose Black Ops 3 because this one has no preference, and it is a chilly 35 degrees outside today. It is cold. I'm recording this in the morning, and I live in the south, so it's not really that cold usually. I'm sure northerners that's like a normal day for them. But it is chilly, especially after it was 75 degrees like 2 days ago. It's kind of whack. I guess we had a warm front come in, but yeah, that's besides the point. I just want to say it's cold. And we got a question today. It's more like an advice, like someone asking for advice rather than asking a simple question. And it goes as follows. I do need help on trying to keep a smile. I'm the funny one in my friend group, but there's not another funny person in my group, and I'm supposed to make every interaction bright and funny. Once I couldn't think of a joke for a few hours, which doesn't normally happen. You might wonder why I have to be the funny one. I like making people happy, and I love making people laugh. Now, you don't always got to be the funny one. I'm just going to say that right out the gate. You don't always got to be the funny one. It's hard to always have a joke in your back pocket, and especially if you're in a friend group that knows you very well and they know your tendencies of how you make jokes or how you come up with hilarious lines every now and again. And it's tough, man. It's tough. I have friends of my own that try to be the funny one every now and again, or we're kind of all equally funny. I don't know. We like to bounce off each other, and I feel like that's a lot more pleasant than just being in a group and you're the only one that's really cracking jokes all the time. But I do like your intention of um, trying to make people laugh and trying to make people happy. I love that. That's great. That's an awesome thing that you're trying to do. And I'm kind of assuming you're a little younger in this regard because um, when you label yourself as the funny one in like a friend group, I feel like that's kind of like a high school thing where you have certain attributes that everyone is like very aware of. You like to label yourself as either the cool one in the group, the chill guy. I think that was me for a while. The antisocial person, that was also me. I was kind of both. The popular one that has like a bunch of friends, but for some reason hangs out with this one group all the time. The really smart one, etc. There's a lot of labels you can give to each other as a friend group, and I mean that's fun and all, but at the end of the day, you are a person that changes very rapidly, and so there's going to be days where you're not the funny guy. You're not going to be funny, or you're just not clicking really well. You're not coming up with stuff on the spot, or simply you're just not having a good day. You could just be brought with some really bad news, and it's not really funny to bring up bad news in a friend group like that and try to laugh it off. I know a lot of people that are depressed that do that, and they could be funny themselves in that way, but I don't really think that's a very healthy way of being funny. Maybe. It is good to try to make yourself laugh, but trying to perform for other people, I think, is a little unhealthy, at least mentally. And yeah, I feel like you shouldn't really label yourself as the funny one if you feel that way. You don't have to be the funny one all the time, is what I'm getting at here. And keeping a smile is another thing. I have a hard time keeping a smile. I'm a dude, I'm a normal guy, and most of the time I just have a normal face when I go out and about on my day. Um, I don't really smile unless something makes me smile. Like, I don't know, I work with children a lot, and they say some funny things sometimes, and that'll make me smile or laugh. And I think it's really important to make yourself laugh if you want to be like that funny person, I guess, if you're trying to um, come up with something. It's good to make yourself laugh, I think. And I do that quite often. It's actually kind of really ironic how often I make myself laugh. And it's great. It's a really good self-esteem booster to feel like that. And so, but like the only time I really smile is when I'm laughing about something or someone, or someone makes a funny comment. Um, I don't really like just smile out of like being happy. I guess that's maybe something I should work on. It's kind of giving me a little self-reflect here. Um, Maybe I should work on that, but I feel like I'm pretty chill with not smiling all the time. Um, And I don't think you have to either. You don't have to put on a smile. I'm not even assuming what gender you are in this question or this advice you'd like me to give, but I know girls are really good at least a good handful of girls are really good at um, I don't want to say faking a smile because that sounds kind of rude, but more like putting on a smile for appropriate times. Um, at least like a lot of older women too, or a lot of older girls, I guess you could say, whatever, women, girls, doesn't matter. They're pretty good on putting on a smile as well, whether they're taught that or they naturally are just happy like all the time, or um, it's just like a reflex of something else that's happening. Um, it's tough to put a smile on all the time. And you don't have to. Again, you also don't have to do that. You're your own person. You have normal human being feelings. You don't always have to be performative and always be that person in your friend group. I hope this friend group understands that. It's really important to communicate with people that you are close to, whether that's family or friends. In this case, it's your friends. That you are okay with not always being the funny guy, and I don't think you should really like own up to that all the time. Um, and I really think you should have like multiple funny people in your group. It makes it a lot more fun because you can just bounce off each other. It makes jokes really easy to like sling next back to back to back. Um, it's more pleasant in my experience with my friend groups. I have at least like three friend groups where we're all jokesters really. We all just mess around with each other, make some stupid comments all the time. I mean, even in the COD community, like there's some jokesters around, and we like to have some fun. And I think it's better that you're not just singled out as that person. I'm curious like what other friends are in this group, but I hope a lot of what I'm saying is helping you out. I appreciate you bringing in this question. This is a really good one, or just like advice that you need me to give. And I think I made this gameplay a little too long. It's like kids drag it on for quite a while. I don't know what else I could really say. Besides, uh, yeah, thank you for putting in this question. Um, I mean, if I could think of like moments where I wasn't funny, it does get in your head a little bit, especially if you have like OCD and you overthink quite a lot, and you're like, oh shoot, like I kind of missed my opportunity here, and now I feel awkward, and maybe I have OCD. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been diagnosed, but sometimes you get in over your head and you're thinking that like because you didn't fit your role that you're just kind of like useless, I guess, in a way. Like it's very dramatic, the way your brain can think in regards to um, not fulfilling a task or like feeling like you failed, when I feel like in reality a lot of your friends don't really care, or they're just like, hey, it's fine that you couldn't think of a joke at this particular time. It's not that big a deal. You'll make another one later on. Like you'll have moments. Yeah, you'll have moments. People will remember the funnier moments when you're on, when you're like when you're being a comedian, rather than the moments where you kind of fail and don't come up with something on the spot. I feel like I'm a pretty spontaneous person when it comes to making jokes and being funny. And part of that is just due to I think my personality and just who I am. Some people just find me hilarious. I just say stuff that is normal to me, and they find it the funniest thing in the world. And that's great. That's a great feeling. And I'm hoping that's your situation. And yeah, again, you're just gonna have off days, man. They just don't or girl. I don't know what gender you are again. But just accept that like it's okay. It's okay to not always be the funny person in the group. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you guys, again, want to send your own questions to the inbox, it's really easy to fill out. There's a Google form down in the description below. And yeah, you get to choose your own gameplay, which is cool. I think that's cool. So if you want any of the CODs that I list, I have quite a few of them. I just chose Black Ops 3. It's Black Ops 3's 10th anniversary, if you didn't know. It's been 10 years since this game came out. That is crazy to think about. I kind of can't believe it. This game was awesome. I remember when it came out for the first time, watching the trailer and everything. But yeah, thank you again for putting in this question. I think I said that for like the third time in a row. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.